Boom.
Live.
Once again, Dan.
Live.
Can
Hello.
I be the first, Dan, to say I'm so glad we're at the end. We're at the end of the worst month of the year.
You know, I checked my diary on Friday. I'm like, it's over now, surely. I'm like, it's another month, another week of it.
We did get snow this month, though. We got snow in this January.
Not a lot in this area, but we did get some.
Yeah,
we did get some.
I will be happy to see the back end of this month.
Absolutely. I mean, wow, it's been a chilly one. Even today was just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ironically, I woke up in the middle of the night last night in like a puddle of sweat. I don't know what happened. I don't know, like, literally I
Your dreams can affect your temperature at night, though.
yeah, but honestly, like, we don't have the heating on at night when everyone's asleep, obviously. And about 2:30 in the morning, I woke up and I was just sweating for some reason. But then I knew that come 6 o'clock in the morning, I would have been freezing. So it's mixed temperatures, man.
Yeah, it definitely does things to you, because when you're cold, your body's natural reaction is to heat up. You're under duvet. It makes sense, right?
In the morning, Christ, like, when you get out of bed, it feels like a Dementor's going to show up any second and just like creep up, and everything is going to freeze around you. You know.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Dementors there, because
that leads us into the film that we're seeing out.
It does. Now, of course, Junior January.
Yep.
Some would argue that this isn't exactly Junior. I mean, you know, where's the Bluey at? But that movie's coming soon.
It's more meant to be films that we watched when we were children.
So basically, we're aiming this at middle-aged.
And I tried to go for films for this month that you have seen. And I think 3 out of 4 wasn't bad, because we've done a mixture of Disney films.
Can you name them all that we've done this month?
Yeah. Yeah, we started off with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yep.
Then we did Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
We did.
Then we did Mulan last week.
That's the one I didn't see.
Yep. And then now we are doing Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban from 2004. And so I want to double whammy it. I want to do 2 Disney movies and 2 Harry Potter movies. So they're, you know, like, it's evenly balanced.
You've got a very interesting choice here, because this was around the time when the Harry Potter films started getting a bit mature.
As did it, but it was before we started to get more mature. We were only 9 years old when this film came out, Dan. Yeah, well, some quicker than others.
Yeah, well.
But no, I mean, like, this came out in 2004, so we were both 9 years of age when this came out.
That's not even funny.
I know. But this may be my second favourite Harry Potter film, but I will admit it is the best made film of the franchise, and I totally understand why it is a lot of people's favourite one. It's Ellie's favourite one, for one thing. She's the biggest Harry Potter fan I know, but Prisoner of Azkaban is always going to be her favourite.
And other than me, she's the only person you know, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know many people.
There's a reason for that.
Alfonso Cuarón, I believe I'm pronouncing his name correctly, the director. Alfonso Cuarón's darker and character-focused direction is a sudden but welcome departure from Chris Columbus' more family-friendly first 2 films, would you say?
This is what I'm alluding to.
Mm-hmm.
Very, a lot darker than the previous films.
Everyone has a different definition of when the franchise started to go darker, but I do feel that this film is the stepping off point into darker, more grown-up territory.
100%.
Yeah. The introduction of the Dementors, revelations and plot twists of the past, and human-to-animal transformations shine in this superb third outing for the Hogwarts students. Being the first Harry Potter film to not feature Voldemort must have been tough to tackle as well. Right?
Indeed. So I just put you back onto frame. You disappeared.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I got the movie behind me. Woohoo! But yeah, it was. It just had a different feel, didn't it, Dan?
It absolutely did, and I think for me, wherever I've gone, for me, there I am. For me, this film, it introduced. I'm trying not to spoil it. So you had this big threat that actually turned out to be something, probably the only threat I think Harry's faced in the whole franchise, that was actually worth getting into a little bit of danger for, because we know how, obviously we've watched it, we know how that ends now.
Yeah.
And actually, you kind of really feel for him, especially after seeing Vernon and Petunia and how they treated him in the previous film. So this...
And this one. At the start of this one,
Technically, yes. So this was a really this was less about the Hogwarts side of things and more about the Harry and his backstory side of things.
Yeah, you find out so much more about not just his backstory, but other people's backstories as well.
I know.
They're all intertwined. They're all interconnected.
The only thing you learn, really, if you were going to learn anything from this, is that Hermione's cat is probably the only real pet.
That's a good point. Well, no, Hedwig. Hedwig's technically a pet.
True.
Yeah.
I just thought he worked for Royal Mail.
Neville's also got that toad as well, doesn't he?
Oh, yes.
But we're tangenting again. But instead,
we do that.
Back to what I said about this film being the first Harry Potter film to not have Voldemort in it. You know, but it's so good because instead of them trying to substitute a villain, like another villain in place of, the filmmakers instead choose to focus on Harry and his past more, don't they?
They do.
I like that this film delves more into the past through characters like Sirius Black, Lupin, Pettigrew, and Snape's interactions. Not that it's all doom and gloom darkness in this film. It also happens to be the funniest of all the Harry Potter films, in my opinion. The humour is absolutely on point. Yeah, take it away, Ernie. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Things like that, They're funny. They're really, really funny. The night bus, the boggart.
Why the long face?
Why the long faces? Yeah, the pea soup, try to eat it before you eat you. Things like that. And then the boggart scene when, when their worst fears are recognised and they have to make them into something funny. And you end up seeing Professor Snape in Neville's grandmother's clothes and all that. It's pretty funny.
Yep.
And then Hermione punching Malfoy. That's cool. That's good. That was a win as far as I'm concerned.
We need more of that.
He had that coming.
Should have happened sooner.
Yeah, so you see what I mean by the light and the darkness are balanced so well in this film.
They are.
Plus, Michael Gambon's introduction as the recast Albus Dumbledore provides a lot of humour as well. I think that's pretty good.
And it was a nice sentiment as well to Richard Harris.
Yes, yeah.
Who did such a great job and just taken from us too soon. But it was, I think he's a really good Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone.
He's a lot more engaging. Like I said, when Richard Harris does it, fair enough. He's the warm, cuddly grandfather type, but he's also falling asleep in his roles. So, there's one scene
Harry.
There's one scene in the second movie when he says, "And what exactly do they want with me?" Literally, he's falling asleep.
Love it.
But hey ho. John Williams' musical score continues to be top quality with tracks like Buckbeat's Flight, Finale, and of course Window to the Past. Standing out as some of the best musical tracks in the franchise. The emotion is so strong and profound, really. I enjoy the very different third act time travel structure, which reminds me a lot of Back to the Future Part 2. Am I right?
That was a great little feature to have in because it's another angle to the Wizarding World that we haven't seen.
And I just love films where you have the A side and the B side of certain scenes, and it reminded me a lot of Back to the Future Part 2, right?
Part 2, yeah, absolutely. Where they're just going,
yeah,
back on themselves.
Yeah, you're watching,
but you're in the magic world.
Yeah.
So you're literally going back. You're not going back far.
True.
And that's another thing I like.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so much more.
Can I give a spoiler?
Grasping. Go on.
Harry seeing himself thinking it's his father is a very touching moment, I feel. Underrated part of the film.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's reminiscent of his own father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's what he saw.
I like when Hermione sees herself as well. Is that really what my hair looks like from the back? That's such a girl thing to say.
Classic.
Brilliant. So to close, Dan, The Prisoner of Azkaban is a shining achievement in the Harry Potter franchise. The balance of light and dark is handled beautifully. The comedy lands. And the plot twists provide us with the important reminder that just because you're sorted into Gryffindor does not mean you are a good person.
Very true. It also makes me want one of those maps.
Yeah, Marauder's Map.
And the only film, in my opinion, to have
they've done an app called 360 though, which is a lot like Marauder's Map. If you set that up.
Well, what I was going to say was, most films, when it comes to the credits, not really much effort put in. The film ends with Daniel Radcliffe's famous voiceover. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good.
I love that it ends on a freeze frame as well.
Yeah.
Like when he's in mid-flight, I think that's really funny.
The other films don't do that. This
No.
was the only one to do that.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of goes back to what you were saying about how well made it was.
But this is the only Harry Potter film that Alfonso Cuarón directed, so that's why it's so unique.
And it's not until, for me, not until you give it a rewatch that you really start to notice those bits.
It's ironic, really, because
great film.
in my opinion, the best two Harry Potter films were both directed by two different people who only did one Harry Potter film.
Yeah.
They both, the third one and the fourth one. Mike Newell directed the fourth one, and they only did one each.
Wow.
Whereas Chris Columbus did obviously 1 and 2, and then David Yates did 5, 6, 7, and 8. But they're boring ones in my opinion. I'm not too fond of them.
Yeah, 7 and 8. I can't follow them.
Yeah.
So on to the stars.
Yes, 4.5. Dan, that's what I'm going in at. This is a superb fantasy film.
You know, your score matches mine.
Yep.
Very rare that it does that with 4.5.
It's been quite a peaceful month, hasn't it, for us? As we manoeuvre into February, though.
We're going to shatter that.
Yeah, we're going to shake shit up. We're moving on to Feeling February. So this is going to be the sentimental films, the films where, holy shit, man, that really hit me in the emotional feels. And, constant tearjerkers, really.
I'm going to be interested to see what you pull up here because that is not your genre.
No, it isn't. No, but I have delved into it, though.
Okay. Is it Ellie's genre?
No, she's musical, so she's March. Musical
Oh, if
March.
she's musical, she's had a great month.
Yeah,
With the 20th anniversary of High School Musical. Have you seen it yet?
not yet.
I will say this. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I do think it's a very enjoyable film.
Well, if she shows me
But for me, though, it's very reminiscent of the time of how 2006 felt. I think it captured it perfectly.
Well, if
You're going to miss that, I'm afraid, but it is a good film.
well, if she if she sits me down for it before March, then we'll talk about it during March. But for now, Dan, I'm seeing into Feeling February with you on a high note. Thank you. Harry Potter.
You do not know how hard I'm trying to get her phone number, by the way, because the second I have that your film schedule will no longer be in your control. I am trying so hard for that, and it is going to happen.
No one messes with the films. That's my territory. I am king in here.
I think she'll disagree.
Yeah,
I
very
think
likely.
she'll because there's a reason that no one has put her and me in direct contact. Because that's very dangerous.
You guys are friends on Facebook, right?
For your sake, you better hope not.
Yeah, never mind. That's a whole other can of worms.
You should not have said that.
Let's not get into that.
Anyway, if you have any other suggestions for how we can ruin Tommy's life via the means of a marriage that's going to happen probably tomorrow, then all you need to do is comment on the video below. And from there, of course, you're able to subscribe to this channel so you can keep up to date with any one of the reviews coming your way on our lives. And of course, because they're all live, and of course, you can hit the notification bell to be notified at any time. But if you would rather read, if reading is more your thing, then the places you need to go are over on Letterboxd, to which Tommy will now give you information.
Larkins95 and Dan Moore Radio. Feel free to follow us, guys.
Does it help now you can see this?
Oh, so much better. Don't move it ever. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, but if I do move it, you can see it and point to it like that.
True. No, don't move that. I meant keep that monitor there so I can see myself.
So that's how that suits you, you know.
Yeah.
Like your own little mustache.
Yeah. I sounded quite vain when I said that, but yeah, let's not.
You did. That was more like a threat.
Yeah.
Don't touch that.
Never mind.
The studio's being decommissioned soon, you know that, right? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're back next week. Do not change channel. Well, you can if you want to. It's YouTube, innit? But make sure you're here next week, is all we ask. Take care of yourselves.
See you guys in February. Take care.